Hello and welcome to dbfCompare. This is a quick run-through of our new utility that helps you compare data inside of a table. It's really easy to use and show that this video should only take a few seconds. Let's start off. The first thing you have to do is define a master table. So I'm going to click the Open Dialog. I'm going to go ahead and click the List dbf table, and then I'm going to click on the Comparison Open Dialog. I'm going to take List 1 dbf. When I open this up, you'll notice that I have both of them there. I can then click the Next button. It'll then do the analysis on the table structure and show me the differences between any table. Notice that everything is white on both sides. We have an info key here that makes it really easy to understand what is going on. Notice that the white means it's an identical field. If I click on that, it will disappear. Now, all I have to do is hit the Next key, and I can see that I have records in the master, 6 records in the comparison. I have 1 edited field, and I have 5 identical. So I can come up and look at the edited rows, and I can look at the identical rows. I can also look at all rows side by side. This is in the stacked view, or I can go comparison, and I can see them side by side and see what the differences are between the two tables. Notice that they are linked together so that you can see the differences between side to side and also stacked. If I want to go back to that summary, I can go back to the summary at any time and click on the fields that I want to look at. I also have the ability to export using this product. So I can export out to a PDF report, or I can export each one of the types of data out to a CSV file for later processing. So if I wanted to print out the edited records, I could export that out to a simple CSV file. If I wanted to look at the identical records, I could export that out to a CSV file. So let's start over really quickly and let me show you one other example. I'm going to come in and hit All Fields, and then I want All Fields Plus for my second table. And we'll come in here and say All Fields Plus. And notice we have that set up. Now when we come in, we can see that we have just a little bit different on our process. We notice that the AChar is now called ACharacter2 for the first field, and we also know that the enum is also an added record to it. So we can tell exactly what's the difference between each structure. Now, if I was going to compare the data inside of here, all I would have to do is hit the Next button. Now remember, any comparison fields that are part of it automatically get ignored, because if you left those in there, every row would be different than the master table, and the master table is the record of instance. You can also turn off or ignore columns that you don't want to look for. So if I didn't want to look for the OLE, I didn't want to look at the memo field, I could also turn those off so that they were not checked in the comparison. However, if I turn off something in there, I won't see it in the next when I look at the data. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Next. It comes up with a nice little warning telling me that I have unselected or excluded certain fields, which could give me different results. I press OK, and here in a few seconds it comes back, and now you can see that it shows me my added rows, my edited rows, and my identical rows. Now if I want to, I can again look at this side by side or stacked, or I can look at it side by side and see exactly what's different. Notice line 12 here, we have 111, and over here we have 1099.05. So it gives you a pretty good idea of what's going on. That is how you use dbfCompare. Thanks a lot for listening. Have a great day. Bye-bye.